Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well, and I thought today would be the perfect opportunity to show off probably one of the best pieces in my collection. And I thought with the new Halo game coming out, it'd be the perfect time to actually do it. So I have got the Legendary Edition of Halo Reach. It comes in this massive box, which I can barely get into the camera. And it comes with a decent amount inside as well. You know, you've got a statue of Naval Team in there. You've got Dr. Housley's journal, which includes the limited edition, and of course you've got the most important item of all, the game, which is the pretty standard thing that you should actually get when it comes to collector sets. Some don't actually include them anymore, but back then you didn't really need to worry. And I've just been a big fan of Halo since the beginning. You know, I even got the first game all the way back in 2002. I remember one Christmas, or it might be my birthday, my family all chipped in and got me the original Xbox along with Halo. And I just used to play that for hours. The flood sequences used to freak the hell out of me, but it was totally worth it. Absolutely loved it. And I think since then, I've just grown to appreciate the games a lot more, especially Reach, which I would say is my absolute personal favourite of the series. I think it sort of took everything from the other games, combined it, and really sort of updated it, you know, in terms, you know, like Forge, firefights, and everything about it was just great, including the story. And I think Halo Reach includes probably some of the best characters in the franchise as well. You have Naval Team, and you know I'm not going to give spoilers away for that, but yeah, we all know what happens to them. And yeah, I just thought today I would just do a very simple unboxing. Probably have to angle the camera a little bit better, but it's completely fine. You know, it's worth it just for this set. And I think I picked this up about, I think for about maybe £60 or so. It might have been about 50, but compare that to now, which how much it's usually going for, which is usually over 100. I thought it was a very, very good price. A little bit weathered in the corners, but that's absolutely fine. No problem with that. So yeah, I will take you through this, and yeah, I'll try and set up the camera better. So let's do that. Right, so here we go, Halo Reach, and this is actually taking me all the way back to 2010. You know, this is quite a big thing for me. So yeah, I'll take you through the box, and then we'll take everything out and have a look at that. So of course you've got the Legendary Edition written there, you've got Bungie, you've got Microsoft, and this is a nice sleeve there, which pulls off pretty easily. Turn it to the side, and you have got the old game sticker. I don't know if you get these anymore. I think this is just exclusive to sort of around 2010, maybe even before. But, you know, I haven't actually bought anything from Game for quite a few years now, so I don't know. Got this nice glossy finish there, which is slightly raised as well. Turn it to the back and it tells you about everything that is included. So you've got the Naval Team statue there. You've got the DLC for the fire helmet. You've got the limited edition, which I did actually have as well. I remember getting that. I think I was about 12 or so, and I think I got some money for my birthday, and I actually picked this up from Game themselves. But you know, this is years ago, which I'm talking about. You know, I'm 30 now, so I don't know. Maybe I think it's about 24 or so. Again, I can't actually remember anything. And you turn to the side again, and you have got the game sticker, so it keeps it all pretty sealed. So next up, let's take the sleeve off, which again, you know, just pulls off pretty easily. You got the top there of the crate, and of course you have got the bottom as well. And I don't want to move it too much in case it damages the statue. But yeah, that is the box. I'm going to actually have to pull it off to the side because I don't want to knock the camera off. But yeah, the box is pretty nice. That is what's on the inside. So it is painted inside as well. You do get a letter, sort of written by one of the characters also. So cousin, best regards, friend. So the paper is actually pretty nice quality, and it is written like it's an official note, like they've written on the back of a piece of paper. So that is pretty cool. You've got the assembly for the statue, which is not too difficult to put together, but it is still pretty awkward. As you can see, I'm actually going to try and do it. Probably not on camera because it will be here for ages, but you get the idea. It's pretty decent, pretty easy, and the paper's nice as well. So yeah, we'll go for the limited edition first, and then we'll do the statue and everything last. So that is the limited edition, and as you can see, it's got a really nice glossy finish to it all around. And yeah, it's just one of the nicest sets you can actually pick up. And you could get this separate, as I said. You know, I did have the limited edition, and this is pretty much identical. It's just that it had a sleeve on it. So let's pull that off. You've got the inside there, and it is hard. box as well. It's pretty nice. You got the game, which comes in the unusual black case, which you don't really see a lot anymore. So you've got Halo Reach written there. You've got the nice thick manual, which you really do not get anywhere now. I think I did have this alongside Halo 3, which again came in this nice thick manual as well. And you've got a little screen there of the gameplay, tells you everything about it. You've got the HUD, you've got all the different weapons, which is actually really cool. And you've got the little Spartan abilities as well. Oh no, actually these are the vehicles. You've got different Covenant species. And yeah, that is the abilities, the Spartan abilities. So they were actually a pretty cool feature. You've got the game controller there, so in case you've forgotten how to play it, which is pretty understandable, you know, it's nearly 20 years old now. You've got a little multiplayer matchmaking screen there. And you've got the firefight, which was awesome. I played this for hours, probably a lot more than actually the main game. And you've got the skulls as well, which you unlock throughout the map. Got Slayer there, which is the best mode. Got settings, Bungie.net, which probably doesn't even exist anymore. So yeah, it's a nice manual, better than the ones you get now. So you've got the game disc, which is always handy, as I say. And that is the back of the case. So yeah, I did have the standard edition, which is pretty much identical to this. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And you've got Dr. Housley's journal here as well, if I can actually get out of the box, which shouldn't be too difficult. And again, it comes in this nice sort of plastic foam thing. It's like an emailer, like you get something from, I don't know, eBay. So it's actually pretty cool. So top secret, eyes only, code word required. So that is a pretty cool little extra. And the sticker's pretty easy to get off as well. So yeah, that is what you get. That is Dr. Housley's journal. And it's actually really nice quality. It's hardback. It looks good. It's bound like there. It's actually really cool. So I open it up, which is magnetic, by the way, and we have a little flick through. So Dr. Housley's cup of tea there. And it just sort of tells you about the history around the game, the Spartans, sort of a bit of everything, really. So yeah, that's, you know, talking about the Spartans there. And you can actually get this pretty cheap on eBay as well. As I said, the limited edition you can probably get for, I don't know, about £12. Probably a little bit more now, but still, it's worth every penny. And yeah, talking about the Spartans there. Got the, is that the Hammer of Dawn? Is it? No, I don't think it is. Yeah, and just got people sleeping there. You've got the kids, which, you know what's going to happen to them, especially on Reach. And yeah, I think this is talking about the training program of the Spartans. I don't know if it's 1 or 2. I think if I actually sat down and properly read it, it probably would make a lot more sense. But yeah, you got, yeah, it's actually pretty cool, talking about the sort of biology of muscle growth, medals, bone structure. You know, it's actually pretty packed, you know, and I think you could actually find this journal in the game, but of course you couldn't really read it. It's just sort of sitting there at the desk. I think you actually go and you do actually meet Dr. Housley, and she sort of tells you a bit more about it. But yeah, you know, as I said, I haven't played this game in quite a while. And you've got the different armors and everything. You've got Needler, and yeah, it just goes on and on. And there's a pretty decent amount in there, so it's probably got to be at least over 100 pages. So that's pretty cool. You get a few extras with it as well, just trying to make sure I've got everything out of there. And yeah, it's just like little, you know, you've got a patch there, which you can put onto your coat or whatever, your bag. You have got a little poster here, which I think shows off the layout of Reach. And you've got a little coffee stain as well. So that's actually really nice. It's a good quality poster as well. I mean, you know, Bungie done some incredible collector's editions for your comfort. So, yeah, I think that's like about sort of exercise for soldiers. So that's actually pretty nice. No idea what that is, but it looks cool. And it, you know, it makes the set feel more authentic. Got the top secret, so that's just a letter telling you about the set in general. So I think you can just about read that. I don't know. And that is the back of it. You've got more of these sort of biology sheets and everything. I think it's all about the biology. I'm not entirely sure now. You've got a few letters as well. So Office of Naval Intelligence. And you probably can't read it because the camera's not that great. But you get the idea. You know, it's nice. Got this nice thin sheet there. So you've got newspaper clipping. So yeah, you know. And you've got a few screenshots of the characters. So you've got Naval Team there, which is printed on this nice glossy card. And I think that's just talking about the start of the Covenant there. So that's pretty cool. And you've got some little folders of different characters there. So that is for Karis. You've got a few in there. You've got about 3. So Caleb. And you've got, who's this? Let's have a look. So Kurt. Kurt is already my favourite. Yeah. And you've got a little key card there for, I think that is actually for Dr. Housley. Yeah, Catherine Housley. So that's pretty cool little extra. And I think she does actually use that in the game. You got the Elite there. Eyes only. And again, it's printed on the same card as, you know, the picture of Naval Team. You got another letter. So United Nations Space Command, and it's all blanked out. So that's pretty nice little detail. Got another letter as well. So Office of Naval Intelligence. We've got another newspaper clipping. So it just feels endless with the amount of stuff you actually get in here. So I think that's just talking about the training exercises. Got another newspaper clipping as well. I think there's about 3 in there. And lastly, you've got a picture of one of the Spartans. That's the back of it. So I don't know if you can read that. So yeah, you've got a decent amount just in the limited edition alone. And I think it was around £50 when that came out. I think maybe even 60. Don't know now. But yeah, it was a pretty decent little set. So yeah, let's have a look at the statue. So you have actually got the styrofoam packaging, so I'm going to try and remove that and carefully take the statue out without trying to break it. So yeah, that's the statue sitting there. You've got this nice protective sheet there just to stop everything getting damaged. So I'm going to carefully take this off if I can and try and remove that. So I've got the little weapon sort of stored in the corner there to put on so it doesn't get damaged. I think from what I remember last time I actually left the gun on George himself because I didn't want it getting broken. It was actually pretty hard on there as well. So you've got George there, you've got Catherine, Carter, Emil and June, I think. So no Rule 6 on there, but it doesn't really matter. I think this is like before the events happen in the game, so it's pretty nice detailing on there. So I'm going to try and put the weapons together and we'll have a good look at that. Right, so I've put it all together. Wasn't too fiddly, but it's just a bit of a nightmare sometimes. So let's see how it fares. So you've got George there with his machine gun. Amazing detailing on there. It's got a nice bit of dirt to it as well. All just, it's really nice. You've got Catherine there. She's got a pistol in one hand. Didn't have to put her together. You've got Carter there with his battle rifle. That's pretty easy. Emil, unfortunately, his shotgun does not want to stay on there properly, so it's very delicate. And you've got June there with his sniper rifle. So, yeah, it just looks incredible. Really does. You can, as I say, you can actually see the dirt on the armour itself, especially Catherine there. She's got that sort of blue on there, but you can see there's like rust, grime and everything on the boots. And it's like that for all the characters. Jane's just pretty much got a sort of tan colour to his armour anyway, so it would make sense. I do love the detailing on Emil's helmet there. Always thought that was a cool design. And you've got the sort of boulder in the background there. Got Halo Reach written there. If you turn it around, you have got Naval Team written on the back there. And you can just see the outline of the back of the character. So again, they put a lot of detail in there. George is about to drop his machine gun because it's not on there properly. On the back, it's literally just a mould of plastic, and I'm afraid if I turn it over, something's going to fall off, so I probably won't do that. So instead, I'll just have another little glimpse of the different characters there. And yeah, just looks amazing. Yeah, pretty happy. And you can even just sort of slightly make out the scope there as well. So yeah, it's just a beautiful looking edition. And you know, I think any fan of Halo would be happy to have this, because you know, I know I am. So yeah, just overall just a stunning looking edition. So yeah, that is the Legendary Edition of Halo Reach. Looking forward to Campaign Evolved, and hopefully it delivers. Haven't heard any reviews yet, and you know, it's very early on as well, so it's going to be quite interesting. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you later.